culture of feedback really means people buying into and valuing feedback, people having a bit of a modern, progressive understanding of what feedback is, and the rules and processes enabling people to do that sort of vision. An example of some processes that might not encourage a culture of feedback is where you have very high stakes tasks that people never act on again, and you bundle all the feedback comments into that. That can drive sort of a defensive, high stakes marks culture. In contrast, you might have a culture of feedback around encouraging many small tasks that build on each other, and you engage in sort of a formative conversation rather than a high stakes, big stick conversation.
When we're providing students with feedback information, it's really important that all students get really consistent, high quality feedback. It's easy to give quality feedback to one student on one piece of work, but to do that over a large scale is quite difficult. And so a number of our cases have shown that actually providing moderation not on only the grades but also on the feedback is one really cool way of being able to ensure that all students get really high quality feedback.
Successful feedback needs to be resourced. It takes time. It takes a lot of time, but it's ultimately worth it when you see the improved work from students. And successful feedback is more and more often being enabled by technology and space. So a range of technology ranging from audio and video technologies through to automatic responses on multiple choice questions, through to most commonly just annotations on student work online. And effective feedback can benefit from spaces for feedback. That might be a large class type setting with table groups where students can give each other peer feedback. And it might be more of a studio environment where you're seeing the work that students are doing and having conversations with them around that.
A number of the people leading subjects in our study were able to play around with the workplace model a little bit. So instead of having all of the feedback provided outside of class, for example, where resources are limited, they were able to use some of the class time to actually provide feedback to students, to tell them how they were progressing on certain tasks. So this means that students are able to get feedback that's more timely, that's more detailed, and it means that students can also seek clarification if they're in class with somebody who's actually available right then and there.